Hey everyone, so this is a different type of video than really that I've ever done here on the channel. This is going to be more of a life update, but at the end, or the second half of this video, my buddy, my good friend Chris, actually sent me a care package in the mail. And so he said it's all media related, and so I figured I would share with you guys what it is as I unbox that. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the reason he sent me a care package. And so I know not everyone is going to care about this at all, and I totally respect that. I will try to timestamp out when the unboxing starts so you guys can skip ahead if you don't care about it. I'll mention, like, I haven't scripted out anything. I don't really even know what I'm going to say here exactly, so bear with me as I ramble through this. But recently, as I mentioned a couple times, I've alluded to, things have gone kind of off the rails for me and my family's life over the past really 2.5 months here. So the first time I had any mention of this was in my 13 Days of Halloween vlog. I filmed the intro, maybe a couple days before October started, and then about a week later, my dad was in a bike accident. He is a big cyclist. He did that his entire life. He was obsessed with bikes. Literally dozens and dozens of bikes at his house. He loved building bikes, putting them together, taking them apart, whatever, a big Schwinn guy. And so anyway, he was on his bike ride on the evening that it happened, and something happened and he ended up falling. We believe what has happened at this point was that he ended up having either a stroke or a seizure, and he fell and he hit his head. Now, my dad is a huge advocate of wearing his helmet. He will not ride his bike anywhere without his helmet. And that's the same, mentality that he's instilled in my daughter. And so, even with the helmet, though, unfortunately, he ended up going through some severe brain trauma. And so he was in the hospital for quite a while. It was just so all up in the air the entire time. It was very frustrating. The hospital situation was not very good. Everything was just not good, I guess, is the best phrase I can use to describe it. He was diagnosed with COVID like the third day he was at the hospital, which is crazy. I still think it was like a false positive, but whatever. It kept him there for like 10 days without doing anything. I mean, he was basically just brain dead for 10 days in the hospital doing nothing. And that could not have helped at all. And so anyway, he ends up going into a rehab facility. Bad things happen at the rehab facility because they were garbage, and he ends up back in the hospital. And then he finally he gets to make it to my sister's wedding, which I think I talked about a little bit here. I was officiating my sister's wedding, and that was great to have him there. He was in his wheelchair, but he got to see his family and everything, so that was awesome. And then he went home about 3 or 4 days after that. They sent him home against my wishes, I will add. I didn't think that was the right choice. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional. What do I know? And my opinion means nothing in this situation. And so they sent him home with my mom, and he was there for about a week, and something else happened, a stroke, a seizure, not really sure. And they were not able to resuscitate. I'm trying to get through this without tearing up, but I apologize. And so, unfortunately, my dad passed away, and he was only 64, and so it just feels like it was too early for him to go. He just retired this year in 2022 and was getting ready to, meet his new grandson, which no one on the planet was more excited to find out that we were having a little boy than my dad, and even my mother-in-law and my dad were neck and neck for that. And so it's devastating. It is heartbreaking. I don't understand it. He was in great health, all things considered. Like, he would ride dozens, like 20 plus miles on his bike, every few days, really. Like, he was very active. He was overweight, definitely, but he was very active. And so it just doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Before the accident at the beginning of October, nothing was wrong at all. It was totally normal. And then it just goes to the accident, and then like about 6 weeks later, he's gone. And it's unfathomable to me still. And so, yeah, it's it's hard to deal with it. And then, basically becoming the executor of his estate, because my mom doesn't know anything about the financial end of their lives. And so that has just been, a lot of stress as well. But on top of that, you guys know we have my son coming eventually. He's not supposed to be here until the end of January, but without getting graphic or detailed, it looks like that could be happening sooner rather than later. The first step of the labor process has actually happened already, which is insane. And so we could be having, him a little premature. It's just crazy right now. My daughter is sick. And so it's just been a crazy roller coaster here at the end of the year. And so, I just wanted to share that with you guys to kind of give you a life update and why I've taken some time off, which I never do. But also know that once my son comes, I'll probably stop posting videos for a while for obvious reasons. Fortunately, I have a job that is extremely generous with their paternity leave, which is never a thing here in the States. And so I will have some time off, which is great. And so I will have downtime to do some filming, hopefully. So I'll continue it. I don't know if I'll have the same 3-day-a-week schedule or what, but you should be able to see some uploads. And so, yeah. I don't know, I wanted to provide a channel update really also, but I don't really know, everything is so up in the air right now that I just don't really know what's coming down the pipeline. I will say I do have a couple, 2 review videos that I'm owed to 2 different companies that sent me some things, and so I'm going to try to work through those as soon as I can. I have a ton of piles over there of hauls to share with you guys, so those will be coming. You'll probably see a lot of hauls over the next few weeks here. And then on top of that, I would like to do more collection tours in 2023, but I don't know. It's just everything is so crazy right now. And my dad passed away on November 23rd, and that's about it'll be 3 weeks, a couple days from filming this, and it feels like an entire lifetime ago. It's just been nuts. And so that's why my buddy was nice enough to send me a care package just to kind of lift my spirits, I guess. And, without family, without my wife, without my beautiful baby girl, without that, I don't know where I'd be right now. So that's that. If you watched this section, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't I don't say all this to have people feel sorry for me. That's not what I'm looking for at all. Life has to continue. And so I just wanted to put that out there to let you guys know why I've been gone and why things might be weird here on the channel for the next couple of months. I don't even know, next few months, whatever it is. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But let's move over to the unboxing portion of this now so I can get this opened up and see what cool physical media is now in my collection, because that always makes me feel better. I love that. So before I even get into it, just a big thank you to Chris. I really do appreciate that. So let me get this thing open and I'll get unboxing. All right, the box is open. So let me stick it to the side here and see what it is we can unbox. All right, so I see a book at the top here. Let me see, what is this? Oh, wow. Hobgoblin by John Cohn? Probably John Cohn. That is awesome. I am fairly certain that this is a book that is listed in Paperbacks from Hell. This is really cool. You know what? Is this the book that the Mazes and Monsters and Mazes, is that what it's called? It's the book that has Tom Cruise? No, not Tom Cruise. Oh my gosh, Tom Hanks in it. I think that might be this book that this is based off of, which of course is based off of Dungeons and Dragons and the scare that people, parents went through in the 80s when Dungeons and Dragons was just kind of becoming popular, and it was evil and satanic, the satanic panic era. That's awesome. Thank you so much for this. That is really cool. I have to put that on my reading list for 2023. That's a really cool find. I did not know he found that. He never sent that to me, so that's awesome. Ooh, another book here by Barbara Steiner. This is Night Cries. There is no escape. Unlucky 13. A scream electrifies the night air, and then there are 12. And from out of the darkness, a voice beckons, "Come, come, come to me." That looks fantastic. I love that. Very cool. Another good book in there. All right, what else do we have here? All right, looks like there's some DVDs. All right, the Maneater collection. That's awesome. He actually did send me this one. It was one that he was purging from his collection, and I made note that it actually looked like a lot of fun. Like, look at the movies on here. Croc, Dire Wolf, Maneater, Grizzly Rage, and Chupacabra versus the Alamo. That is awesome. I love this. Michael Madsen is in some of these, or one of these. Very cool. I love it. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, another book. Oh, awesome. Goosebumps, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls by R.L. Stine. Now, I don't know. So I have the entire original 62 Goosebumps, as you probably know if you follow the channel, because I've been posting about that recently. So this might be Goosebumps 2000. For some reason, I think it's Goosebumps 2000, but I will correct myself if I'm wrong. But that's awesome. Thank you. This is one I definitely do not have, so I'm very happy to add that to the collection. Let's see. What else here? It looks like another DVD here. Oh my god, this is awesome. Zebra Man. Very cool. I have heard about this movie. It is a Japanese... Is it Japanese? Yeah, it looks like a Japanese superhero film. I think there's a sequel to this also, if I'm not mistaken, but this is really cool. I have never seen this one and have always been intrigued, so that's awesome. What a cool ad from Tokyo Shock Classics. It's a Takashi Miike film. I probably said that terribly, but that's really cool. Ah, I love it. Fantastic. Very good. All right, what else? Looks like a couple more books here. Oh, wow, this is cool. Tag You're Dead, Foul Play by John Peel. Now, this looks like a 90s Goosebumps knockoff. Let me see if I can find a publication date. Oh, wow. 1992. That's fascinating. So this is, when did Goosebumps debut? Was it as early as that? I think it might have been. So this is like a very early style, Goosebumps style book, except much longer. I love it. The empty house next door to Nicole is creepy. It's hundreds of years old. When Danny comes to visit, he thinks it's a perfect place for a game of tag, but before the game is over, they're running for their lives. Oh, yes. I love it. Nothing better than like 90s knockoff Goosebumps. That's just fantastic. And then, speaking of something similar, this is The Midnight Library Voices by Damian Gray. That's fantastic. What year is this? I feel like this might be later 90s, maybe early 2000s. Oh, mid-2000s, 2005. So, very good. I don't own any of these. Do these have a spine number on them? No, they don't. Very cool. I love it. It looks like these are actually short stories. Yeah, Voices. Oh, is it? I thought I just saw another title in there. Maybe not. Yeah, there it is. Voices, A Perfect Fit, and An Apple a Day. So a little anthology book. That's awesome. And I think that might be it. Oh, no, one more book in here. Let me see. Oh, it looks like this one is attached to the back of the book here. I'll have to use some Goo Gone. This is Party Line by A. Bates, a point horror book. Fantastic. Some talk, some listen, some disappear. Oh, man. Absolutely. I don't know A. Bates at all. That's a new name. I'm going to guess like 96 on this one. That's my guess. Let me see if I'm right. What year do we have? Oh my gosh, 1989. I was way off. Published in 1989. Awesome. I love adding point books to my collection, and this looks fantastic. Point Line. That is awesome. So let me just take another quick look in here. Yep, that is everything he sent me. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. Let me give a quick look here again at everything. So a couple of DVDs and a whole bunch of amazing books. So this definitely lifts my spirits. Anytime I can get media in the collection, you know, it just makes me happy. So thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you thinking of me during these crazy times in my life and you know, just sending that over here. So thank you so much for that. But I am going to end it there, guys. So I hope this wasn't too weird. I don't know. Hopefully it was all right. And again, hopefully I'll put the timestamps in so you guys can skip whichever section you don't care about. But one more time, Chris, I really do appreciate you. You've been there, you know, since the day my dad passed away. I was texting you, and you were just very supportive. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Without friends, without family, we are nothing. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. All right, man, I will leave it there. And I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this one, and I will catch you all next time.